Zanese Copperbelt Province brings to you The Lens, a program designed to bring insightful information on economics, mining, education, health, tourism, agriculture, environmental issues, sports, entertainment, current affairs, and many issues affecting the well-being of society. Welcome to The Lens, your program coming from Zanese Studios here on the Copperbelt. And I am your host, Tovini Ngombe. With me in the studio, I have my special guest, who is the Copperbelt Permanent Secretary, Mr. Lawrence Mwanza. Welcome to the program, sir.
Thank you very much, and good afternoon, viewers.
All right, on today's program, we shall be looking at the developmental projects which government has done, especially here on the Copperbelt, in terms of roads infrastructure. And the PS is here to explain more about what has happened in this sector. Maybe PS, we can start with the Lusaka-Ndola dual carriageway. What is happening on this road?
Thank you very much. To start with, I would say Copperbelt is the construction site. Going back to the Lusaka-Ndola road, it is like we're talking about the elephant. When you hunt down an elephant, everybody will see that there is an elephant. I think people, they're able to see what is happening in the Ndola Lusaka road, which is the road which has been there in times of memorial, starting from the way back before independence. This road has been there. And we have seen where it used to take 2 days for you to reach Lusaka. I think a lot of people, they may not know that in the time of UBZ, it would take 2 days for you to arrive in Lusaka. But today, and the traffic was not as much as it is today. And the road was in bad state. It is officially called the T3 road, which has been there for quite a long time. Under the able leadership of the president, I think even the previous government attempted to start this project. It couldn't start. Now, because of leadership, we were able to see, like I said, when you hunt down the elephant, everybody will see that there's an elephant being gunned down there. And we are seeing what is happening. The construction is going on, and it will make, movement of goods and services, and also transporting of people and people getting into Lusaka and coming out of Lusaka in the shortest possible time, and also contributing to reducing of accidents. When you talk about accidents, RT accidents, those fatal accidents, you'd find that 67% in the year 2022, it was recorded pointing to the same road. Now today, we are calling it Ndola-Lusaka dual carriageway. It is an upgrade now. It will be not a one-way road, it will be a two-way road. That makes a dual carriageway. So meaning the road is now upgraded to the international standards, because the population in Lusaka has grown, Copperbelt is grown. And this road is very important because it's also connecting to other countries. There's Congo, you can use through here going to Tanzania when you take the northern part of it, but when you go the other part, there's Congo, there's Angola, you can use this road. So that's how important this road is.
We look at the importance of this road to the Zambians and also the people of Copperbelt. Maybe highlight the difficulties people were facing before government embarked on constructing this road. Of course, we have said that there were attempts to make it and it couldn't work. And this new government has come and started constructing this road. What were the difficulties people were facing?
Just like I said it, thank you very much for that question. Just like I said it, that this road has been there even before independence, and the population at independence was closer to 3 million, the whole country. But when you look at the population of the Copperbelt, population of Lusaka and the other, this road is connecting about 3 provinces. Now, look at the heavy trucks that are on the road. Some time back, under UNIP days, from that first regime, second, to that infrastructure, railway infrastructure was very active. And we are in the province where copper is being produced. And that's where now the transporting of this copper cannot be transported in small vehicles. It's heavy trucks. And also, like I said, there is also connectivity to Tanzania. You see a lot of trucks coming in, passing through the Ndola to Congo because of the Congo market. So you'd find that we had a lot of traffic on the road, and that's what has resulted into, fatal accidents that we've had here. It was also taking time for you to be in Lusaka. It will take you roughly about, 8 to 10 hours. 10 hours just driving on the road, which is also not safe and good for our people. But now, if the road is upgraded to due carriageway, I think you'll see the free flow of traffic, and it will be fast and will be on time. Can you use a time bus will be delayed because the road is bad. When we had lesser traffic, you'd find that the time bus is there. But now today, when we improve and we have a time bus, I think people will be in Lusaka in good time, and people can also be on the Copperbelt in good time to do a lot of economic activities. We are seeing that we've got 3 provinces that the road connects. Others will be doing activities in Kabwe. Within a day, you can go to Kabwe and do whatever you want and you come back, because the infrastructure will be supporting your movements. So initially, these things were not there. So it was very difficult for people to do that. Today, immediately the road is complete, people would go to Lusaka in the morning, they will be able to return in the evening. So it is making life easier for our people in this modern time.
All right. We're even watching on TV that actually about 36% of works have already been done on this road. And how exciting is it for you who have been on the Copperbelt for a long time?
It is exciting. Like I said, these are visible things that people are able to see. It is speaking to the vision of the president, because he made it very clear. He did say, we are coming to do that road. We did not have any money in this country. We picked this economy when there's no resources. Other people were even questioning, how are you going to do this road? Initial budget for this road was about $1.2 billion. Under the leadership of President Hakainde Hichilema, he said, we can cut that cost and have this road done. And most of the people, they didn't believe until today. When you talk about the cost of this road, we're talking about 600 million plus, which is way half of the total amount that this road was supposed to be constructed on. So basically, when the president is talking about prudent utilization of public resources will help us achieve or realize a better Zambia. And of course, we need to fight corruption for us to put resources where they're supposed to be put.
All right. Also, part of this road, maybe as well, where it is also connecting to it's good for the SADC, and government has actually targeted to produce about 3 million metric tons of copper by 2030. And with this construction of this road, how important is it to the economy of this nation?
It is important in the sense that, though that is a target we've set before ourselves as a country. The president is a vision carrier. He's saying we need to get to 3 million tons of copper production. And we are getting there. Pronouncements, how long was this pronouncement made? Not long ago.
So just 3 years ago, actually.
Yeah, but you've seen, we are closer to 1 million already. Yes. So meaning the jobs are being created in terms of, for us to produce that copper, we are also creating jobs. It's a two-way thing. You say, we set a target, and in that target, it is also attracting a lot of young, fresh minds from universities to be given a chance. I'll give you an example of the same dual carriageway. It has created more than 3,000 people working on the road. Now, if we are transporting copper, meaning we are doing mining, using the same infrastructure, these roads will be busy. People are committed to economic activities. It is giving opportunities. Even people are self-employed. It is government policy that is making possible for these businesses to thrive in the economy like Zambia. We are doing very well. Economically, we are doing at 0.2%. Today, we are more than 4.5%, and we've said that we'll get to 6%. And later on, people will start seeing the effect of hard work. It has to start with work first. Let's work, and later on we'll see. Just like a farmer. The farmer will go to farm. It will not be attractive. Even in homes, we say, let's go to the farm, we'll refuse. But when it comes to harvest, everybody wants to go and harvest because there's something that we can say and you're eating. But when you are working, people are not seeing the efforts that this government is putting in. People are committing. 24/7 people are working to ensure that the economy is working. And we achieve what we want to achieve. The goals that we've set before ourselves. 3 million tons, it is achievable. And we'll achieve that. We've seen a lot of mines. I'll talk about Copperbelt was known as an economic mainstay in this country. Yes, we've gone into agriculture and others, yes, but look at also other mines are opening up. Those which died out, Lubambe opening shaft 28, that's a popular shaft, you know, some 23, 24 years down. Today, under this leadership, there is life in there. And we are seeing that soon we'll see our people start benefiting in terms of getting opportunity to be employed. Not from now. I think you know the pumping.
Yes.
They've set a target and they've gone beyond the target. By the time they're saying the water is out, and they've started fixing the mine, and people will be getting jobs out of it, and more copper will be produced. You produce more copper, you're creating. For you to produce that copper, you're also adding labor to produce that copper. That's a job creation. That's how good these policies of this new Dawn government are. Even the critics, those who are criticized, they know that there's a lot of work that has been put in place.
All right. We have seen actually on the Lusaka-Ndola dual carriageway how work is progressing. Right now they have already even reached Ndola, and we thought maybe they will be reaching Ndola maybe by next year, but they have already reached Ndola. How is it with the people here on the Copperbelt, especially Ndola people as well?
It's exciting. It's making people are getting confidence to say, soon we'll have this road completed. Because in this period, there is no rains. The construction stalled because of the rains. You know, construction can. Until the rains, just like we announced that immediately the rains finished, the contractor will accelerate. It's in parts. When you say, I'll talk about the Copperbelt part, you'll see that from the Copperbelt into Central Province, we are almost done. We've done also the road which goes Masangano Road. That road was pathetic. Nobody would want to use that road. Within the shortest possible time, within the 3 years that we've been in government, under the able leadership of President Hakainde Hichilema, he made sure that the Masangano-Luansha Road is sorted out. It is done and dusted, and people are using it, and there's comfort there. I can tell you that I've never received any fatal accident along that road, like we used to go, or breakdowns because of the road. The road is smooth, and we've pushed trucks now going there. Not only the road is good, it was delivered on time. Those are the principles that the president has put in there. Time, and also at the right price, and also the right quality. That's a quality road that we are seeing there. You saw it from construction, and we've got also our own experts in terms of supervision. The locals who are supervising to ensure that there's no compromise in those roads.
Indeed, also on the Ransha-Fisenge Road there, which is complete now, as you may be aware, Ransha is a farming area and also Masaiti there. How good is it for the farmers who live along that road?
It is very good. There are farmers, like you've rightly put it. Their produce will be getting to the markets in good time. And that's a good part of it. You produce, and you should not struggle. How do I get my produce to the market? There is infrastructure to support what you do, your activities, the farming activities. And also the 28 shaft I was talking about. How do we transport copper from Luansha? The same road is being done. Before we even start producing that copper, infrastructure will be there to support those activities. So to the farmers is a plus. I'm happy that the farmers all in that area, and there are people with animals, they can get their milkies to market in good time. That's how good it is. And everybody are saying this is a plus, this is a development you're talking about. It is all of us to believe in hard work. That's the only means to get to what we are saying today. It is not just coming. Must be people working behind that to achieve or to realize a better Zambia. And I'm hoping this is one of the pointers to the better Zambia that we want to see.
All right. Well, viewers, if you are joining us, this is your program, The Lens, coming from Copperbelt Zani Studios. And with me in the studio, I have my special guest, who is the Permanent Secretary for Copperbelt Province, Mr. Lawrence Mwanza. We are discussing about the developmental projects which has happened here on the Copperbelt, especially with regards to infrastructure, especially the roads. So maybe we can move to Ndola-Sakania-Mufulira Road. What is happening on that road as well?
Not long ago, I took time to go and appreciate what is happening there. It is massive. The quality in itself. I took time to jump off the car and took just a walk on that. And looking at the quality of the road, I went with Engineer Zulu. Yeah, from here up to about, is it 70 kilometers from Ndola to Sakania. The road is done perfectly, labeled and everything perfect. And construction now is starting from there going to Mufulira, because that road will go into Mokambo. That is now you get into Congo. That's an exit into Congo, then you cross into another part of Zambia. So this is a shorter way. Even those people will be going to Kasama. It's easier to pass through this, and it will save on time and also fuel. So there's a lot of progress there. This road has been there for many years. Nobody thought that it will come to life. But within this shortest period of time, in less than 4 years, that's a development, and there are right people. I think this road, you had money which was allocated up to now, nobody knows. There was nothing, literally nothing done. But under the able leadership of President Hakainde Hichilema, we are almost achieving the completed road there. And I believe that this road will complete in good time for people to see and to ease up the activities of our people. There are also farmers along this road, Sakania, and also going to the border, Sakania border, going to Mukambo there. There are a lot of farming activities on the way. And we still also have plantations there. So even other departments in the government, they are enjoying using that road to go and check the plantations and also to transport things from the plantations into town. So the passage there is very good, and it will save on time to our travelers and to the people who are commuting between. It will be easier for people to work in Ndola and you live in Chingola, because the road, the infrastructure will be able to support the activities there. Yeah.
All right. And sir, this road was actually last constructed during the Kaunda regime, and most people had lost hope. And now with the opening of this road, how important is it for trade, especially between Zambia and Congo DR?
Yeah, trade, it's, you know, for us to grow the GDP, we need to trade, we need to transact. And we are looking at borders like Congo. For us, Congo is a bigger market. We have a lot to offer to that market. The Congolese market, the Zambian market is also a market to the Congolese. So we are two sister companies who depend on each other to transact and to do businesses. So that's how important this infrastructure is. The infrastructure is supporting the business transactions along the way. We cannot, it is, I would say, it is easing up communication between two countries and movements of goods and services into Congo, out of Congo, into Angola, we can use. That's how important the road is. There's a lot of economic activities going on in the borders, but you needed to enhance that. You needed an infrastructure which is good to support the businesses in those areas. And this is what the road, and this government, they saw it, that we needed to put that infrastructure to support all what we want to. So Zambia is being opened up. I like the term from the president that we are not landlocked, but we are land-linked. So meaning we are linked. What is linking to other countries is infrastructure, the road infrastructure. It's linking to other businesses in the region. Yeah.
All right. Also, the opening up of this road, the Ndola-Sakania Mufulira Road, it has the concessionaire, the person constructing the road, actually the contractor, they also have the project of constructing the border. As you may be aware, for meantime there have never been a border, but if you go like at Sakanya, across there's a border, but on the Zambian side there's nothing. And this infrastructure is coming up with that. How good is it for the Zambians and for our economy?
It's very, very important for us to do a border. Congo went ahead of us, and it's now open. We learn from neighbors. If the neighbors have done, we need also to improve the infrastructure to support the economic activities on our part, so that the Congolese, the Congolese side and the Zambian side, we facilitate, we make it conducive for trade. And this government an option. That's the reason we engage these, the concessionaires who are working on these things to make that facility available. It will help us collect, revenue, which is good for a country. And once we transact in a normal way, it will add to the GDP of this country. Now, without that facility, there will be a lot of trade without being captured in terms of transaction. How are you going to grow to know the GDP is going up? Because those transactions will not be captured, isn't it? We are putting up a facility, the modern facility there, the border facility, which will be there. All the transactions, when they are captured, you even measure and you know how big your economy is growing. Minus that is black market, and black market is not good for any good economy. There's nothing that will capture, you know. Even the GDP feels that this figure will remain. But if those transactions, every transaction made in the borders are captured, we even know how big, how our GDP is growing. So that's how important that facility is for both this side, the Zambian side, and our colleagues. They will benefit by going through a normal and official and good transaction, normal transaction will be done there. Without a facility, it will be very difficult for a country to collect the necessary, revenue.
All right. Also, sir, let's look at the Chibuluma Road. Others have called it the notorious Chibuluma Road. It's now complete, and the contractor is only remaining with some just pavings and maybe even road markings. How important is that road for the people in Kitwe and for the country?
First of all, that road is important to the head of state himself. At one time, he was subjected to use no any other road in Kitwe. I lived in Kitwe for many years, and I know the history of Chibuluma Road. President Hakainde Hichilema came to the Copperbelt, in particular in Kitwe. He was denied by then not to use any road in town. He was pushed to use Chibuluma Road. Sometimes other people made a decision for him to think they are punishing him. They are showing him that, Mr. President, we are pushing you there. We know you are the only one to come and do that road. Immediately that road was there. Nobody pushed the president. The president remembered that road, which was unacceptable. And these bigger vehicles couldn't handle the road of Chibuluma, and it sank in the head of the president. He became head of state, but he never forgot Kitwe. He said, we need to fix that road. And the president went ahead to make resources available. It was not easy. It was not easy, but through his leadership and also the experience that he experienced on that road, he had no other option but to fix Chibuluma Road. Today, Chibuluma Road is a better concrete road. The first longer stretch of 7 kilometers of a concrete road with a thickness of about, should be 250 thickness. That's the quality of that road. And that road we're expecting it to last 40, 50 years. That's a lifespan. That's a perfect road, and I've driven, we've checked. It's one that other subcontractors also supported in terms of drainage works. That's what are working. The road is complete. It was not an easy undertaking. It was growing, and we had no another exit road. And there was a lot of challenges in terms of handling traffic. But through the grace of God, President Hakainde came to the rescue of the people of Kitwe and the truckers themselves. There was a lot of people. We are not receiving complaints along Chibuluma Road because of the trucks breaking down. The road was pathetic. That was not a road. It was something similar to be called a road. But today, it's a perfect road. Anybody will tell you, and you're able to see. And you people, you went to capture the road. Why? Because of good leadership. Yeah.
All right. And now, how are the people feeling? The road users, the traffickers, the people around that area. How is their feeling concerning Chibuluma Road?
For me, I've seen people, there are no complaints about the road. There's nothing to complain about, unless something that I am not aware. But people now, they are happy. The road is done. We need to do more other roads. Like I said, Copperbelt is a construction site. The president went further now to say, we've done these main roads. We want also to do the township roads, those in the CBDs and everything. I think each district local government, they've allocated construction that started in Kitwe. So you'd find that the flow of traffic will be enhanced, and it will be quick and fast, and people will be getting to work in good time without being inconvenienced. The road is supporting activities of trade and also local trade within the CBD of Kitwe, and it's giving an alternative route to use for people to get to workplaces. So the road is perfect well, and the people are enjoying the road. I was driving on that road. Is it yesterday or the other day we went to Kitwe? We used Chibuluma. We can go Chibuluma to Kitwe. We can use that road going to Chingola. So that's how good the road is now.
All right. Well, viewers, this is your program, The Lens, coming from Copperbelt Zani Studios, and we're talking about the infrastructure development here on the Copperbelt. And my guest is the Permanent Secretary for Copperbelt Province, Mr. Lawrence Mwanza. And now, sir, we move to the Chingola-Kasumbalesa Road, or Chingola-Chirabombe Road. That road was in a bad state as well, and it was completed actually last year, or in 2023. It was done. How good is that road to the people? And maybe you can describe how it was and how it is now.
It is good to jump in a memory lane, to go back to where we are coming from, for people to appreciate where we are today. People who see how the road is will not notice, because they will just think we are in South Africa using on the same road that we use. But the road was pathetic. It used to take a lot of time for people to get into Chingola and Chirabombe. And these are cities, these are towns that are closer to each other. But for you to live there, it was like you are traveling from Kitwe going to Ndola, for you to reach there. But there it's taking 5 minutes when Chirabombe, 10 to 6 minutes we're in Chirabombe. The road is smooth, the road is good, and the traffic is flowing very well. The road is perfect well, and I'm sure the people of Chirabombe, they feel respected by this government, because the people, they wanted that road, and this government delivered the road to the people. And that's the reason why they voted this government into power, is to deliver such projects like Chingola-Chirabombe Road. It is not taking a lot of time for people. You can work in Chingola mine like it used to be, and you are living in Chirabombe. You can work in Chirabombe and you get to Chingola within shortest possible time. You can even take the children from Chingola to Chirabombe. It depends on which school you want to take your children to.
Yeah. All right. And how important is this road for trade, especially Kasumbalesa, one of our biggest border post or border town here on the Copperbelt? How good is it for trade?
Like you've rightly put it there, also this government is going ahead to build a border there. You've heard of smuggling and other things. This government said, how do we normalize the operation there? There's a modern border post which is coming on, and it will add now to the transaction, or to the transactions that we are doing between two countries. Such facilities will enable people are going to work in a very conducive environment, and also sanitation will be improved when you put a modern, infrastructure there. I'll tell you that they are looking at the traffic which is going in and out of Congo. If we had a proper border facility, it will help the economy of the country. Like I said, all the transactions will be captured. Things which are not captured will not add to the economic value of this country. That's the reason why under this government we are promoting the good business practices, because it will help the country where you want to put your investment where you want to do business. That's the reason why these policies are coming in to say, let's upgrade the infrastructure. The road is done perfectly well, modern toll gates that are there, and also the border post is coming. The infrastructure at the border there is coming. The land is allocated and the contract has been given to a contractor to move on site, to modernize it. You know, sometimes we can't be chasing people smuggling, do this, and let's put up a facility that is going to control everything. It will create more jobs for our people, no more transactions, and the people will feel safe and also protected from, you know, outbreaks, because more, you know, sanitation issues will be addressed in that area with a new, you know, infrastructure in terms of buildings, you know, water, recirculations, and also, you know, the toilets and everything will be put in place there.
All right. Well, viewers, this is your lens, and we are looking at developmental projects, and maybe, sir, in a few minutes that are remaining, we can touch a bit on the mining. On the mining sector. You have been on the Copperbelt for a long time, and you saw how depressing it was, especially in the mining towns of Chirawombwe, Chingola, Kitwe, and also Rwansha. With the coming of KCM, how is it now in Chingola and Chirawombwe, where this mine is located?
Generally, when we talk about mining, we are doing extremely well. I would say we are doing extremely well when it comes to mining. When we came into government, that is 3 years plus ago, closer to 4 years, we had found that the mining was shutting down. And that also affected the dollar-kwacha relationship there. Forex, you know, the trading currencies, and the Zambia was weakening. And the dollar was just skyrocketing. Why? Because our economy was so much dependent on the export. You export more minerals, you earn more forex, and it gives the strength to our culture. But when you look at there, we are not exporting almost anything. How are you going to expect your culture to gain? It is because you need to put in some effort. We've done, to revamp all the mines. I like the provincial minister, when he's calling the president, has got a spirit of stating things that has no life. And I agree with him. Most Luanisha 28 shaft was dead. Here comes the president who believed in him. He said it will raise it. Here we are. One of the best technology I went to see in mining is also in that mine. So that's how this government is committed to ensuring that the mines are back. Going to Lubambe was completely dead, but look at what's here. Sinking. The president came here and we went to launch Lubambe new shaft. There's a lot of development. Development, it's production. There's an Ngomba mine. For the first time, one I believe will be one of the biggest in terms of copper production, and which has got bigger copper reserve. You saw not long ago in Kitwe, Mupani was flying a helicopter there. You know what they're doing? They are saying the life is gone in these mines. But the technology, and these people have come in, they said, no, there's a lifespan of 50 years. You know, there will be a lot for other people who are coming. You see, we need to put in work for other people. Today we are where we are because Kaunda and the team worked to make this country. Even my president benefited from what Kaunda did. Kaunda himself was not a graduate from University of Zambia, but Hakainde Hichilema was a graduate from University of Zambia in 1985. When you go to the record, he will tell you that one of the best economics graduating students, records are there. We are not speaking from without. Go there and check who are there. Hakainde Hichilema, you will see. And you know what he got in economics at the University of Zambia. Why? Because there were people who worked, like President Kaunda and the team, made it very possible for a villager like my president. From the village, now today, he's the head of state. Why? Because there were people who worked to make it possible and easier for him to excel. All what he was given is just the skills through education. And he excels today as the head of state. Without school, he wouldn't have been where he is today. And this is why now is creating all these job opportunities, not only giving free education to people, but also things that will support our economic activities in this country so that people can grow their businesses, people can create their own employment, people can be employed. And this is exactly what is happening. So mining, we are doing extremely well. KCM dead. It was in court. The president said, no, there's no copper that is produced in the mines. And in fact, not the Zambian courts, the London courts. It takes leadership and character that we needed to bring those courts in Zambia. Then we came out of courts in Zambia. We went in the ground to mine copper, which will grow our economy, and all of us, even investors, to benefit. This is where we are. Copper, not only here, there's also other provinces where economic activities are happening in terms of mining. So mining is back in Zambia. I would borrow the words of the president that we are back in the Champions League. So the mines are back. It is you and me now. When we are given a chance to work in the mines, we work like they are ours. They are not other people's mines. Look at the take in Mupani. This government is warning almost equal with those people who've got this percentage and the other investors. So we are partnering. People with the resources and also financial resources and the technology, and also partnering with our own resources. So Mupani is one between ourselves and other stakeholders who've come to partner with us.
All right. Also, like places like Chirawombwe, they are almost being called the ghost towns. Now with the opening of the KCM and also the Wamba mine, how is the situation now in Chirawombwe?
That things are changing slowly. It's not that things can't be seen at one time, but the life has started. First of all, it's work. There are people busy putting things together. When we start mining development in Konkola, you see suppliers, you see a lot of economic activities. When you see now that mining taking place, the development for you to go and get that copper, there will be a lot of buying of spares and other things that will support the local economy. So meaning, it is giving hope, and there's a lot of lifespan in those mines. So for the investors, they are happy with the Zambian policies that is making their investment is safe in here. And also as Zambians, those are ours. Those are companies that are ours. Nobody will take these mines from us. They will still remain with us. That's the reason why I'm saying it takes two people to tango. It takes an investor to come and partner with the locals who have resources, and that's the way we are doing it. Not long ago, the president said, I want to see foreigners coming to Zambia to do business with Zambians. You have a title of a land mining license. You may not have technology. You may not have, finances. There are people with technology and finances, and also I'm putting the license here. You partner. You benefit, other people benefit. The bigger picture is the country, because even the investors will pay taxes to the Uganda, isn't it? The locals. When the Zambian government collects revenues, a lot of children will go to school, free of charge. You are investing in the children. Like President Hakainde Chilema once said, education is the best equalizer. Nelson Mandela said education is the best tool that one can use. And that's the reason why this president prioritizes education. So everything that we are doing is supporting education. And education also in terms of producing skills, that's also contributing in producing copper. That's the thinking of this president.
All right. Maybe, sir, as we come to the end of the program, your last words concerning the development activities we have talked about and what has happened here on the Copperbelt.
Thank you very much. To the Copperbelt residents and to the people of Zambia, Zambia is our country and we need to work together. The president time and again repeats himself on we have to put our differences aside and concentrate on something that is helping to build Zambia. I agree with our colleagues in the Patriotic Front who are calling themselves they are patriotic. It is time to be patriotic to our country. Our strength in the UPND, we are saying unity is number one. That's the reason why you see the president talking about unity. He knows how power is in the unity. United we stand, divided we fall. So us, it is about unity. It's not a weakness. We have no any other option but to unite this country. And the president is working towards that. And I've seen the coming on board with the chiefs who are also trying to bring people together. Regardless of politics wants to divide people. But chiefs are coming on board to bring people together so that we celebrate the wealth that we have, and also to participate and to benefit from our own wealth that we have. God has given us all the resources, human resource, natural resources, name it. We have all the minerals, but we see no reason why we should be calling ourselves a poor nation. I refuse to say I come from Zambia, which is poor. Zambia is not poor. It's got all the minerals, even uranium, where other people want is here in this country. There's gold you saw not long ago. There's gold. And this government brought in the police to say, let's map Zambia, understand the wealth which is seated in the floor, so that even when people are looking at Zambia, they will see the wealth. Just like they see, Congo is the richest country. But here we are saying, yes, we may be rich, but when you are not united, it will not help us to realize a better Zambia that you and me want to live in. So unity is the way to go. It started with Dr. Kenneth Kaunda, who preached one Zambia, one nation. It's not about pronouncement. It's us to say, let's walk the talk, that we have no option. Zambia is blessed with 72 tribes, but we need to work together and contribute. All of us has got a part to achieving the better Zambia that we want. It's not about UPN. UPN is a platform for all of us. Whether you like it or not, it is a platform for all of us to realize a better Zambia. We offer this platform under the tutorship of President Hakainde Hichilema, leading the nation that we need to go this way. We need to be prudent in how we are utilizing our own resources. I'll keep on appealing to Zambians that let's support the president, let's work hand in hand, and let's develop our country, Zambia, for us, not for any other people. Thank you.
Well, viewers, we have come to the end of our program, and this has been your lens coming from Copperbelt Design Studios, and my guest was the Permanent Secretary for Copperbelt Province, Mr. Lawrence Mwanza. And I'm your host, Tovini Ngombe, with my production team. We are saying goodbye and see you on the next program. Bye-bye.